just turned 19.
19.
He says rock is dying.
Okay.
You know, it's
no Foo Fighters keeping them alive. No Greta Van.
First of all, that shocked me. I'm like, what do you mean rock is dying? He says, no, you got to listen. Everything is like, sampled and, computerized and, it's just different, So I said, you should play rock. And he goes, yeah, but it's kind of dated. It's not at its height right now, which is shocking for me to hear because that's what I grew up on. But he's 19. He knows. I don't.
I mean, I love it. I love it, but it's getting old right now. Like that, all we have on the radio. I mean, I listen to Lithium. I got Sirius. I listen to Lithium. I listen to Ozzy's Boneyard. There's got to be something else I listen to. But 60% of the music on there is Guns N' Roses.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they play. They play a lot of Guns N' Roses, those 3 or 4 albums in heavy rotation. And I love the Foo Fighters. I love David Grohl whenever they come out with something, I love that these older bands are touring because kids like your son are going to watch these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Whether it's Roger Waters or, I think next week is Judas Priest and Deep Purple at the L.A. County Fair.
Wow.
You know how many people have invited me to that next week? And it sounds great. I mean, I listened to Eddie Trunk, and he was talking about, or Jim Florentine, he was talking about that they're going to do Delivering the Goods. They haven't done it in 40 years. Whoa, wait a second. They haven't played a song in 40 fucking years. They're going to pull it out this year. Just the thought that they're still, Def Leppard sold out the Garden.
Wow.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
But so music is alive in a way.
Oh, yeah.
It's
just evolving as it always does. It's just interesting where it's going.
What's up with you, brother?
I'm just working.
You just finished a movie with?
Just finished a movie and starting a movie. So I'm in like the vortex of hell right now.
So you're a month away from starting a new
5 weeks away. You're making me poop a little because I should be home writing right now because we still got to finish the script.
Okay.
You
could do that with your eyes closed. You've done it before.
Yeah. And finishing one that opens Thanksgiving, Wednesday.
So that's the one with Jennifer.
That's the one with Jennifer Lopez.
And was that a romantic comedy?
It's a comedy.
Okay.
People are calling it a romantic comedy. There's some romance in it because there's Milo Ventimiglia, who all the chicks adore. I mean, it's crazy, how popular he is because of This Is Us. But it's interesting. It's really not their story. I can't really say whose story it is because it kind of gives away a surprise. But if people want to think of it as a romantic comedy, think of it as a romantic comedy. It's kind of like, if it were to be like something, Working Girl, if you remember that movie.
Right. Are you one of the to-go guy directors now in Hollywood of comedy? Do you have a lot of scripts coming your way for comedic features?
I do. It's weird because not as many comedies are being made today as there used to be. It's the big IP things. If it's a comic book or a Disney animated movie that they're turning into live action or a book, those are the movies that studios want to roll the dice on. And the mid-range comedies, whether they're romantic comedies or R-rated comedies, hardly anybody's doing them. If it's not New Line or now STX, which is a studio that I've been working at the past couple of years, they're the only ones doing it. And it's great that they are, but it's not like it used to be where, you'd get offers from Paramount and Warner Brothers and Fox. I mean, they still occasionally make them, but far fewer of the mid-range movies.
That's just nuts.
Yeah.
I see, Kevin Hart's got a movie every 6 weeks.
Yep.
I know Kevin Hart's always doing something. Our old friend, even De Niro, pulls a comedy out from time to time.
Right.
But it's not like, I don't know. It's when I was growing up, there were 2 or 3 smash comedies every year.
Yep.
That fucked your world up. There was 6 or 7 good ones, but 3 that fucked you up. Eddie Murphy, somebody from Saturday Night Live, something.
Right.
I don't see that anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's it's kind of like what we were talking about with music. It's evolving. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I mean, right now, I feel like there's so many superhero movies that how can that sustain our business? And are we going to look back on it 10 years from now and say, remember when we were in that period where all it was superhero movies, or Disney, which seems to like own the planet Earth right now, between Pixar and Marvel and Star Wars? It's an interesting time.
I loved Coco.
Oh, fantastic.
Like, I thought it was, I took my daughter, I thought it was fucking great. You know, those Pixar movies, they take 2 or 3 years to make, but they're all home runs.
No, absolutely.
You know, it takes a lot. It breaks my heart that I'm not the movie guy I used to be. Like,
and what do you mean by that? You don't go as much?
Friday, 11:30. I'm that guy. What time's your movie come out? Friday, 11:30. Where's it come out? Comes out in Lemley, 11:45, and it comes out in North Hollywood 6 at 11:15. I was at the 11:15 in North Hollywood, and I'd schedule a joint, the Chinese food before. There'd have to be yogurt. Like, I had a process. It just wasn't the movie. It was the whole thing.
Right.
I don't know if it's because I got married. I don't know. I just went to the movies on a date. We go to date night. We went to see Mission Impossible. The last 15 minutes was an hour and a half. Blow the fucking plane up already, cocksucker. 15 minutes, I'm waiting my ass. There's an hour and a half and 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The world's got 15 minutes, I'm sitting here an hour and a half. Why is that fucking happening? Why is this happening? I don't need this shit in my world. And I went to see the part 2, The Equalizer.
Yeah.
And again, nothing topped Man on Fire. After Man on Fire, he could have shot himself in the head because it was so good. He was so good, Denzel, in Man on Fire. Yeah, he was a great drunk pilot.
Yeah.
And he was okay as the fucking whatever. But, it was okay. Like, I didn't remember anything from it. I didn't come home and give you a line.
Yeah.
I didn't do any of that stuff. I was telling John how when I went to see The Wrestler, I remember sitting there during The Wrestler. I'm watching Mickey Rourke, somebody I loved early on from the Pope of Greenwich Village, and then Angel Hardy's brilliant. And I'm like, why did I come see this movie at 12? This was the first movie I'd gone back to my old self. Like, I went to see that. What's the expensive one on Sunset?
The Cinerama Dome.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. You get the $6 fucking chicken sausage with the mustard and the onion. You eat like a doctor. You go in there, you drop 50. There's no matinee prices there. There's nothing. You pick you know which one I'm talking about right there? On Gower. Is it Gower? It's Cinerama Dome. Yeah. You go in there, that's a yardstick. You go on a date there, you drop 80. Easy. Yeah. Popcorn. You always got to get this chicken sausage. That's the secret. This chicken sausage with the fucking mustard and the onions. It's brilliant in there. What are we talking about? Oh. We're going in like fucking Marines. You understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.